Hi friends, if I'm a little pink and glowy, it's just because I roasted myself in a bath. And yeah, it is bedtime. Sebastian wanted a shower. I wonder if I will have enough light if I sit down over here because I want to sit down. And you're probably like, yes, Stephanie, please don't pace. Anyway, probably was a short video because I was working, but not on contract stuff. I think I should just start from the beginning now. That was a weird noise. Anyway, we got up. Sebastian again slept the whole night in his bed. He loves it. Does not want to come to our bed. I miss his little snuggles, but it's all good. It's part of growing, I guess. He was still asleep when I got up to shower. I was kind of waiting to see if he'd come to our bed, but at 8:30 I was like, okay, I'm just getting up. I'm just listening to see if he says it's too hot. Our water tends to get hotter and hotter and hotter. Yeah, I just got up and showered after peeking in, and when I got out of the shower, he was awake and he had turned his room light on but was back in bed. And perfectly happy, really happy. He loves his new room and he loves that it's a queen size bed. We're not keeping it a queen, it's going to be a twin with storage underneath because he needs room to play, he needs room for all his toys. The storage will be for his clothes. But yeah, he's enjoying it. It's kind of like being at a beach house because he just had a queen room beside ours to himself. So lots of room to spread out. He'll still have tons of room in the twin. It's just he's been in a toddler bed and it's been so small. So we got up, I had some cereal, did my Korean, took care of the plants. They are not getting much sun because I have them on our back patio, which is very shaded by trees right now, but it's just for a few days, and it was a lot to go out there in the backyard in the sunny spot because it's always either complete shade or searing sun for like 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. There's no good spot where it's just 6 hours of sun like on the front porch. So I decided instead of sizzling them every day, they were just gonna get filtered light for a few days and they'll be fine. Just less tomatoes ripening right now. Then I sat down at my computer because one of my goals is to start selling illustrations on Etsy, like clip art bundles, things that are just like a couple bucks for a bundle, and I just need to start. And so I did the first set, started easy, and I'm gonna focus on like back to school stuff right now, things that would help out teachers, because I always, my blog was always sewing and homeschool, so I feel like that's a good subject to start with. I haven't blogged in years just because, I don't know, the pandemic and being overwhelmed with 2 kids and stuff. I haven't been sewing really since having Sebastian, sewing like quiet book pages, which is what my blog was really well known for. So yeah, I started with crayons and did a whole bunch of colors with and without names, the box, some scribbles, just all these things that could be helpful if you're like making back to school stuff and worksheets. So I need to get that up really soon and start doing some more. I did all the files, I saved them all off in the right formats, and I made the preview images. I just need to finalize all the policies and text for the listing and then get that up, and then start working on the next bundle. So I have a few. Right now I do have an Etsy and it has sewing patterns. It has a few pay patterns and then it has others that are my free patterns, but you can buy a commercial license. And I have a ton of those because I have so many free patterns, but I might take those down and put just like one listing for, I don't know, one listing for a commercial license, and you like choose it from a drop down or something. I'd have to look into that, how that works with digital downloads, because there are digital downloads where you get it like a certificate. I feel like a lot of times people order them thinking it's a pattern and there's like a language barrier. I write it in the image and the very first thing in the description that there's free versions of these patterns. Buy this if you want to make these and sell them. This is a commercial license. You don't have to buy this if you're just selling it for yourself. But luckily, since I've put it in so many places and I've started having Etsy immediately email the person when they purchase. If you purchase this in mistake, please contact me within 24 hours. Otherwise, I cannot give you a refund. My policy is no refund, but to be nice, I can do it in the first 24 hours. After that, Etsy sends me the money, and then I have to pay with my credit card to refund somebody. And I have had people purchase things and get pissy that they're not getting something in the mail already sewn. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to leave those commercial licenses up, but they still do get purchased sometimes, and I'm always like, did that person really want that? Were they just trying to get the pattern and they thought $20 was a reasonable price when that's actually my price for a commercial license and my patterns are cheaper? So I don't know, but I would like to get a ton of just like $1 to $5 clip art bundles, and I've just got to start. And that's something I could work on while the kids are at school and still go and help out at Sebastian's school and have lunch with him some days and stuff. So yeah, I spent most of my time doing that, and there's nothing exciting to film for that, so I didn't have that. I did take them to the pool. The pool opens at 11, so we got ready. And we drove down because it's hot and it saves time. And we have all this stuff to carry. It's annoying. We live at the top of the neighborhood and the pool's at the bottom of the neighborhood. I walk a ton, but when you have like a heavy bag with everybody's water and snacks and wallet and keys and 2 kinds of sunscreen, 3 towels, goggles, floaty, it's just like too much. So yeah, we drove down and I'm like, I need to pee the second I get here, but we got there right at 11, so I sprayed the kids with sunscreen. I'm like, hey, watch your brother for a sec while you're drying. I need to go pee. I almost never go pee there, but I felt like I need to go pee. And my period started. So I'm like, in just my swimsuit, I'm like, well, poop. Hold on, he needs me. He just wanted another toy. He's got to get out of there soon. So yeah, I'm like, okay. Luckily, it was not like, it was just like, I'm here. So I immediately go back up to the table. I'm like, I've got to go back in there. And Jackson's like, why? I'm like, girl stuff. Luckily, on the way out the door, I quickly reached my hand into my backpack, which is my normal going out bag, and grabbed the first tampon I saw. I'm like, just in case, and put it in my pool bag, which is my old day bag back when we were homeschoolers and toddler, and I carried like 50 pounds of stuff with me, like a full days of school and diapers and a potty seat and all that stuff. But yeah, that's emptied out. It's the pool bag. It has sunscreen. Did not have tampons for some reason, but I had that one, and it happened to be like the smallest size, which would be fine for just like, oh no, we're out on a walk. But no, not for the pool. Just not for the pool. So I didn't go in past my knees. I just stuck my knees in twice, and then I just called it a day. Put my shorts on and read my library book. So bad timing, but I had a 28-day cycle. Everybody celebrate with me. I know it's my period and people don't talk about periods, but I talk about my period because periods are normal and people with uteruses often have them. So yeah, I didn't have a 19-day cycle, and so who can be mad? Who can be mad? It is not that bad right now. Day 1 never is, but day 2 and 3 are hell on earth. I will be skipping my blood thinning medicine for the next 2 days. Sometimes I have to skip it longer, but I can't skip it more than 2 days in a row, so I have to suffer through taking it that 3rd day and have everything get worse again and then skip again. But hopefully I'll be smooth sailing. Hopefully I have like a normal person period because I had a normal length cycle. I did have terrible cramps like right around day 19. I'm like, are you kidding me? I actually ovulated. I felt it, and I'm gonna have a normal period. I just know it. I felt ovulation. Normally I just don't ovulate or something. So I was like starting to doubt myself. I'm like, I was so sure, but no, it went away right after my birthday. The cramps stopped. I had a cramp on my birthday, and then yeah, normal cycle. Hooray! But yeah, that kind of ruined my pool day. But the kids didn't care. A lot of times I hang out more in the shade than with them. But it was a hot day, and I would have liked to enjoy the water more, but I wasn't feeling that. Wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling very confident about that. So yeah, we drove back. Like, they were in the pool until from 11 to 11:35, and they blew the whistle for Adult Swim at 11:45 until 12. It's like the last 15 minutes. I'm like, guys, why are you getting out now? They're about to blow the whistle in 10 minutes. Why don't you just enjoy it? Otherwise you're gonna have a really long break. And they are all like grabbing snacks out of my bag and ripping them open. I'm like, are you sure? And then they're like, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense, because then we're stuck out of here for almost half an hour. So they ran back in and got like 8 more minutes of pool time. And then came out and finished all their snacks, like all the snacks. And then they wanted to go home and have lunch. It's not like they swim too much. We brought one pool noodle and they just kind of dragged each other around. But anyway, we came back home and I did more on my computer while eating lunch, while eating pasta salad. Danny had started staining the deck. That took him all day. I finished the crayon thing, I don't know, around 4 or 5. I read some books to Sebastian in his room. And then Jax really wanted Pei Wei, so when Danny was done and showered, he ordered Pei Wei and drove out to get it with me. And then we ate, didn't film it. I had some Thai dynamite tofu, and I miss their old tofu because they changed it to this crispy tofu, which is super soggy. But it was fine. Oh, I didn't take my necklace off today. Isn't that cute? Little skull heart hands. And then I was freezing, like the AC was running because it's so hot out. So I took a bath. It's my like last day for baths for a couple days after that. Again, it's like the pool situation. It would not be good. So, wow. I was like, oh, I've only talked for 5 minutes. No, this is the clip number 2. So I need to wrap it up. I think that's it. Is that all I need to say? That's probably all I need to say, because I really didn't do anything that exciting. But I'm going to change myself, get everybody's meds and vitamins ready, trying to figure out what is going on with all of his dirty clothes on my floor, and get him out into bed. So good night, friends. Sorry I look a hot mess every day, but it's just hot, and I live with my hair up when it's hot. I did have it down at the pool because I wanted to wear a hat. But yeah, good night, friends. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.